Peter Sam loves shunting or pulling freight cars. There's still lots and lots of work to be done with him. One day, Duncan was sulking in his shed. "These freight cars push me down the hill," Duncan complained. "No worries," said Peter Sam. "I'm still a good engine." "What do you mean you're good?" asked Skarloey. "Well, there's still lots of freight cars to take." Later, Peter Sam backed into his coaches. Then he set off to Crovans Gate. "There's still a lot of passengers to deal with," Peter Sam said. At the station, Henry was waiting for him. "You know, Peter Sam," said Henry, "I've got some passengers for you, so be sure you can make it on time." "I will, Henry," said Peter Sam. So he was very excited, and he puffed away to the next station. Peter Sam went puffing down the line, singing, "What a lovely day, what a lovely day," he chortled. Just then, Peter Sam arrived at the harbour station. "Not long now," Peter Sam sizzled happily. "Still," said his driver, "we have to make up the lost time." Peter Sam was starting to be impatient. Peter Sam blew his whistle several times. Then Peter Sam was on his way again, until his signal had turned red. "Bother," said Peter Sam. "I'm not going anywhere." And he didn't. Soon Peter Sam's whistle turned green, and off he went again. Peter Sam hurried across the viaduct. Edward was waiting as Peter Sam steamed in. "Just in the nick of time, Peter Sam," said Edward proudly. "I know," said Peter Sam. "I'm still useful. Please, can you take the people home?" "Well," said Edward, "I'm gonna get my coaches first. Then I can take these people home." That evening, Peter Sam returned, and he spoke to the engines. "How was your day out?" asked Duncan. "Oh, it was great," said Peter Sam. "I'm glad that I've looked at the new harbour station." "I don't think we had a harbour station on the narrow gauge railway," said Rheneas. "Peter Sam, I thought you were making this up, but you're not." "So you got the passengers to the station on time," Skarloey said. "I know," said Peter Sam. "Still, I'm a really useful engine."